You just can't make it up. Oh, you really can't. It's nice to win one, ladies and gentlemen. That's my take. It's nice to get one. What is going on, Jet fans? I am Matt O'Leary, here to talk about a New York Jets win on Thursday Night Football. They are in the win column for the first time since week 3. The 5-game losing streak comes to a close. Let's go through the notes that I got for this one. We'll go drive by drive as usual. All right, Texans begin with the ball, and honestly, there was it made me a little nervous at the start. Quinnen Williams jumped off sides, gave a couple extra yards. Tank Dell wide open for 16 on third down. But then the Jets start to get some pressure. And the pressure would end up being the thing that helped the New York Jets in this game. Hassan Reddick gets a pressure on third down, forces the Texans to punt. First drive for the Jets went abysmal. And for the first half, the Jets were fairly horrible. They had Devontae Adams wide open down the sideline on the right side. Aaron Rodgers throws it out of bounds. Miss. Check down to Breece Hall. Drop. Sack on third down, punted away. Just an ugly 3 and out. The Boo Birds are out. Texans false start. DJ Reed comes in with a sack. He was unreal in this game, and he has been so damn good for the Jets this year. You just got to tip your cap to him. Incomplete pass. Irv Charles, though, gets hit with a roughing the punter call on 4th and 20 plus. On 4th and long, you get hit with a roughing the punter. So instead, extends the drive for the Texans. All right, well, big Joe Mixon run. Mixon was really good. Shocking. The Jets couldn't stop the run, and Joe Mixon was good. He has been stellar all year. That was the least bit surprising thing from this game. But the Jets get bailed out by a strip sack, baby. Quinnen Williams forces it. Will McDonald falls on it. Can't say enough good things about both Quinnen Williams and Will McDonald. I know Quinnen got off to a really slow start. I had people legitimately in my comments saying that Quinnen Williams is Muhammad Wilkerson getting it after getting paid. Fools, idiots, imbeciles. Did he get off to a slow start this year? Yes. Did he deserve the criticism through the first 5-6 games of the season this year? I'll say 4 games of this season. Yes. Has he been an all-pro the last 3 or 4 games this year? Yes. Yes, he has. It's one thing to be critical of a player and say, hey, this guy is not playing well. Here's why. This is the tape. This is the example of a guy not playing well. It's another thing to go, Quinnen Williams is Muhammad Wilkerson, and then to have him turn around and have 4 straight unbelievable weeks in a row right in your damn face. So good for Quinnen Williams. Glad Will McDonald recovered the fumble. Unfortunately, Jets offense doesn't do anything with this golden opportunity. Breece Hall almost gave it right back on the first play. Then you had an Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams miscommunication. And then Rodgers was too far for Mike Williams, so the Jets would punt it right back. I know we just mentioned Quinnen Williams on the last Jets possession. On this one, he comes up with another sack. Texans forced to punt. Their offense kind of just staggering at this point. You get a long Breece Hall run to the left. A Garrett Wilson first down. A face mask on Breece. The Jets are driving. Things are looking good. And then one of the legitimately dumbest plays I have ever seen in my 25 years of watching the New York Jets. Not quite 25. Let's do the math. Actually, it's my 20th or 21st season watching the New York Jets. I can't do the math on the fly right now. Been watching since 2003. So yeah, I guess 21st year. Malachi Corley doesn't get on the field for weeks. Fans, everyone's yelling and screaming, Malachi Corley's got to get the ball. Malachi Corley's got to get the ball. Alan Lazard goes on IR before the game. Malachi Corley gets the ball on an end around, and it looks like he's running in for a touchdown. But at the 1-yard line, he does the old Deshaun Jackson, whoop, gonna throw it backwards at the 1-yard line. Run into the end zone. It's initially ruled a touchdown on the field. After review, it was thrown out at the 1. Ball rolls out of bounds, so it's a touchback. Not only did the Jets lose possession, touchdown off the board, they lose possession. What could you possibly say? That is just utter nonsense and just a perfect description of the 2024 New York Jets. All right. So luckily, The Jets get bailed out because the Texans go 3 and out after that. You would have thought, all right, they go right down the field and the game's over. No, they go 3 and out. Jets get the ball back. Initially, it looks like, well, Tyler Conklin might have fumbled, and it would have been a fumble, scoop, and score for the Texans, but that was waved off, so the Jets punted away instead. Robert Woods hit deep down the field. Sauce Gardner was down on this play. Sauce was like, wasn't very good again in this game. He is really struggling bad with his tackling, number one. Hasn't been good in coverage. Was getting killed with penalties again. And it's been a real frustrating go for Sauce Gardner. I don't think he's healthy. That's my official stance on this, because he has been so uncharacteristically bad for this team. The tackling effort is really just not there. It's horrible. And now he is getting beat in coverage, which is something that hasn't necessarily been the case for him. So I question his health, because he had the weird thing in week 1, happened kind of again in week 2, and now it's happening. He's like leaving with the ankle and going off and coming back. Something's very up with Sauce Gardner in year 3. Anyway, so Sauce goes down. Then Will McDonald goes down with a non-contact injury. I'm thinking the absolute worst, because you see non-contact, I'm going, oh my God, like, is this Jermaine Johnson 2.0? Did this guy just pop his Achilles? Luckily, both Sauce, DJ Reed, who left the game for a little bit, forgot to mention that, and later on, Will McDonald would return, thank God. Anyway, Jets couldn't get off the field on 3rd and 12. That then converts into a touchdown. Joe Mixon punches it in. So 7-0 is your score for Houston. Jets drive stalls. They end up punting it away. Big play to Tank Dell. Then a sack on CJ Stroud, who is banged up. Missed field goal. Sets the Jets up with really good field position right before the half. Okay, good. Adams drop. That was the possession right there. The big one. Adams drop, Jets punt. You go into the half down 7-0. Aaron Rodgers had a really rough first half. The whole offense as a whole, the Jets were shut out in the first half. Did not look very good at all. Second half, things start to look a lot different. Jets get the ball out of the half. They're on a nice methodical drive. Then you get the first unreal touchdown by Garrett Wilson. One-handed catch. Beautiful play. He runs it in for a touchdown after catching it around, I'm going to say around the 10-yard line, and then runs it in. That wasn't even his best one. We're getting to it. Anyway, Jets kick off. Texans begin driving. They're running the ball well. Jamie Sherwood comes up with a sack. Texans settle for a field goal. They go up 10-7. All right, next one. Brees heavy drive. They end up going for it on 4th down because they don't really have a field goal kicker. On the Riley Patterson, who's kicking for the Jets this week after Greg Zuerlein has been horrible and goes on IR, banked the extra point off the upright and in, but they don't trust him, so they go for it on 4th down. They pick it up with Devontae Adams, but he's hurt. He would later return. Another situation, 4th and 1. Jets get bailed out by an incomplete pass. 4th and 1 on the 21 would have been a 40-yard field goal. Incomplete pass. The Jets get bailed out by a penalty. Drive extends. It looks like they're going to pick up a first down. Instead, Olu Fashanu holding. That's frustrating. That's a frustrating one. So it's up a 3rd and long, and you would get the absolute best, without a doubt, best touchdown catch I have ever seen a New York Jet make. This is a better catch, not in a bigger moment. Don't get it confused. This is not in a bigger moment, but this is a better pure catch than the Santonio Holmes touchdown up in New England, which to this point in my lifetime as a fan, that was the best catch that I've ever seen until today, where Garrett Wilson makes an unbelievable one-handed catch behind his back like Air freaking Jordan and pulls it in for a touchdown. It was initially ruled incomplete, and I was upset because I'm going, that would have been an unreal catch. But then after the review, it shows the 1 foot and the shin, and I'm going, this might come back. This might get reversed. And it does. The Jets go up with the lead. They go up 14-10. Okay, love it. One, again, I can't stress enough how unbelievable of a catch that was for the New York Jets in that spot. Unreal play. Unreal. All right, so the Jets are up. Texans with the ball. Big play right away to Tank Dell to the 50. He had a monster game, and that was a monster gain. 4th and inches from the 15. They end up picking up the play. They pick up the first down. Michael Clemens comes up with a huge play on 3rd down, and then what you think is a costly mistake. The Texans are kicking a field goal. They hit it, but Eric Watts gets a penalty going over the center, and they take the points off the board and take the automatic first down. Now, the Jets defense stays strong at this point, and they bend but don't break. So it looks like it's going to be a shorter field goal now for the Texans kicker. And this chip shot 27-yarder goes off the upright. That break never happens for the Jets. Never. You think the penalty comes off the Watts penalty, you think they're going in and scoring a touchdown now. That's what I thought was happening. But no. Instead of it being a 14-13 lead before the penalty, it's now a 14-10 lead because they missed the field goal. Brees picks up a run on a first down. Davante Adams comes back in. And speaking of Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers hits Davante Adams for his first touchdown as a New York Jet. They were on the same page in the second half, and suddenly the Jets are up 21-10 in the fourth quarter, up 11 points, feeling good. Final possession ended up being for the Houston Texans. They're moving down the field. Isaiah Oliver's flagged. 4th and 2. Stroud runs for a first down. Sauce gets hit with another holding and is hurt on this one. Quinnen Williams and Hassan Reddick team up for a sack. Both guys were good today. Will McDonald was good today. CJ Stroud was sacked 8 times in this game. Finally, the Texans decide we're going to kick a field goal, make it an 8-point game, 21-13. They got to go for the onside kick. The New York Jets recover. The losing streak is over. The New York Jets hang on. They win and improve to 3-6. So you're saying there's a chance I got to drink that cayenne pepper water again next week because the New York Jets hang on to win. Here's some box score numbers before we hop out of here. Rodgers, 22 of 32, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 118-1 rating. A strong second half, saved a pretty rough performance. Brees Hall, 15 carries for 74 yards. Malachi Corley had the 1 carry for 18 yards. Should have been 19, but we know what happened there. Braylon Allen, slow day, 4 for 19. Receiving, it was the Garrett and Devontae show, 7 for 91 and a touchdown for Devontae. Garrett Wilson, 9 for 90, 2 touchdowns. On the Texans side, Stroud, only 11 of 30, 191 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, a 59.2 rating. Joe Mixon on the ground, 24 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Tank Dell, 6 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Jets find themselves back in the win column. Hallelujah, baby. That'll do it. I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you next time.